folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
And I'm JT.
And this right here is our bottom 5 food games. Games about food, baby. Now, we took a very liberal, shall we say, open.
A very broad approach to this one.
A very broad approach to what constitutes a game about food.
Yep.
So, generally speaking, with my lists, these are games that have I wouldn't say a primary, but at least a foundational root in the food industry.
All right, I'll do the best I can. I went through my list and I was like, okay, food games. Well, I rated that one a 5. I rated that one a 4. I rated that one a 4. I rated that one a 3. I rated that one a 5. Guess what? I don't like food games. I rated that one a 4. That one's a 5.5.
Okay, so
I did all right.
So JT doesn't like food games. So this is the best that he could come up with.
That's correct.
And actually, here's the thing. I actually do enjoy food games. And this is the best that I could come up with.
There you go.
How many crossovers are we going to have?
Maybe one.
Really?
Maybe.
Just one?
Maybe.
I think there's going to be 2.
Okay.
We'll see. Let's get to it, though. Our bottom 5, that is to say numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 food games. Let's hit it. My number 10 is not going to be on JT's list. I can almost guarantee that.
With the rest of them.
But here's the thing. It barely made my list because some of the other ones that didn't make my list were less centric about food items. This one, however, is one of Jesse's favorite board games, food-themed board games, and that is Charcuterie, the board game, because that is all that this game is about. It is about putting together a charcuterie board and scoring points based upon different set collection elements that are out there and available for everybody. It has one of those I split, you choose mechanisms that I do enjoy about games because you want to be sneaky enough to what you want so that everybody doesn't pick what you want, but you also want to be you also want to get what you want. Yep. So you got to make everything else really
be okay for you.
Yeah, be okay for you. Yeah, exactly. So I really enjoy that mechanism in a game. This is a very light game. We're talking 1.6. I'm actually surprised it's a 1.6.
I'm surprised it's not a 1.06.
Maybe I wrote it backwards. I don't know.
It's possible.
It's a 1.60. That's what I wrote down.
Right.
That seems like a heavy rating for this game. It's super light.
Yeah.
The theme is very well integrated, but the point scoring is paper thin as far as the theme is concerned. I really enjoy it, though. It is a fun exercise. It's not one that I'm absolutely always going to pull out if somebody's going to have wants to play food games, but it would definitely be on the possibilities. That's my number 10, Charcuterie, the board game.
All right. Well, I didn't write down my ratings on the ratings for BGG on any events, so I'm going to pretend the weights.
Oh,
didn't write down the weights. So
I'm gonna put
my number 10.
I'm gonna put the actual weight on there and see which is close.
Guessing some stuff here. My number 10 weight is probably 1.6. This is Cafe. Cafe is a little card game, a great little card game. You know how I know this is a great little card game? Because somebody taught it to me, and they're like, hey, I have an extra copy. As soon as I give the English rules, I'm going to give you a copy of this because it's a wonderful game, and I never got my copy.
It's right over there.
Anyway,
you can have it.
My number 10 is Cafe from Pythagoras. This is a cool little card game where you're starting with one card, very button shy, almost-esque in how you cover up different sections of the card. But you start out with one card, and you're basically have coffee fields on there, areas to dry coffee, areas to grind coffee, areas to make coffee, and then shipping coffee. But you're creating this little engine, basically, of these cards, and every time you take another card, you have to cover up, I think it's 2 to 4 of the other boxes, and then do an action. And when you do an action, well, you do your actions. Your actions are based on how many coffee cups you have out there. So if you have 5 coffee cups in your whole thing, you can do 5 different actions. I can grow some over here. but you have to do it all in groupings on the map. So if you have 3 fields next to each other, the 3 of them can grow at the same time. Where if you only have one by itself and you do the grow action, you're only growing 1 field. And then you're taking those off and putting them on drying areas that are in the sun and grinding them or whatever else. But each of these little groups of drying buildings or grinders or whatever else creates more that you can do with one action, which is really, really cool as you build this out and you stress over which one you want to cover with the next card, and you can spin them around. Cafe is a really cool game. It's a really neat game. I recommend this one to anybody.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's one of the cool things that I liked about Cafe is that it follows that process that is, I guess, in the industry. You have to grow them, then you have to roast them, then you have to dry, or you have to dry them, and then you roast them.
Oh yeah, roast them too.
And then you got to send them out to the different cafes so they can be used, and all the different cafes are looking for different kinds of coffee beans.
There's
I think it's
colored
really
beans.
cool.
And,
yeah, it's really cool, really cool. Great pick. And it is actually a 2.06 Cafe.
Yeah. All right, I
Cafe.
was low.
That you shot really low.
All right, I think trying to be conservative.
Yeah, that's probably
But that's
it.
okay. 2 point something. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
It's a great level, a great weight level for this game, and I think probably that extra complexity comes with that tension that you were talking about what to cover up, what's going to be better to cover up, what do you need to leave open. Those coffee cups and how many actions you get, you really don't want to cover them suckers up.
It's crazy.
You really want to keep those open because that's your lifeblood. But I really enjoy this game, and this kind of came out of nowhere. I was learning games from the designer on one of the online platforms. I can't remember which one it was, but he was teaching me this game, and he was like, "Hey, I got this other game. You want to learn that?" And I was like, "Sure, let's try it."
Yep.
I was like, "Dude, I really like this game," but it was like a side thought. But it's because it's been out for longer than the other ones. But I really enjoy Cafe. Cafe is a great little thematically charged food game, and the mechanisms just really flow well within that theme, and I really enjoy it. So it's a good pick. Good enough that both of us picked it, and I wasn't counting on this one as one of our crossovers.
This is
so
the only one I thought
3.
we would cross over on, so be surprised.
I don't know.
All right.
I know there's a couple more that
probably off
you
then.
might have forgot about these other two.
Maybe. So I might be running low on my numbering, or my ranking. But all right, my number 9 is a really cool game from Queen Games. We'll say this is a 2.3 on BGG. Who knows? 2.4? I don't know. Anyways, this is called Dabbawala. Dabbawala is a cool little game where you're moving around this track. Basically, you're moving around this rondel or this round board, the central board, and picking up tiles. And you have a little character board, which could be your backpack or a wheelbarrow or a cart or whatever else, but it's a little grid, polyomino grid type thing, and you're trying to fit these things in, fill the bottom row, and continue until you have stacks up of all these different colored foods. Every time you take one of those cards, they're also going to affect your scoring at the end, which is really cool. In Dabbawala, it mimics that that food service that they do, where people really do hand can all this food, hand make all of these lunches or whatever else, load up big piles and take them around during the day. It's really cool. So the first part of the game, you're loading up your cart or your wheelbarrow, whatever it is. And the second part of the game, you're delivering by playing cards down and stack by stack by stack by stack. You're going to score those. It's a really neat little game.
It is.
And so that's my second one, Dabbawala, and I think that's our second crossover. I won't say that, but anyways. That's my number 9, Dabbawala.
That's a good
That's
pick.
a cool food game.
It's actually a 2.0 flat.
Oh, darn it.
Not a 2.3 or 2.4.
Tried to climb up a little bit.
But this is
Really?
this
Your
is going to
number
be
8
interesting.
is-
My number 8 was your number 9, Dabbawala. Yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's got a great theme, and it is food centric because you're delivering food to all these people that work in all of these buildings, and it's a motorcycle that they're stacking the back of their motorcycle with, and I've seen pictures of them,
Sure.
and it's
and
like, wow,
yeah.
it's like so high.
8 feet tall and 3 people are on the motorcycle.
Exactly. It's amazing, but it's a really cool food-themed game that, I mean, you're delivering food. You're not making food, and it's not like a central thing, but you're stacking up the back of your bike with all of these different food orders from these different offices, and then at the end of the game, you're going to score going down. It's really a great, cool mechanism that is one of those things where I like it when the theme is like a real life type thing that actually teaches you something about a different culture or something like that, and that's definitely what this does. That's 2 crossovers back to back.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have at least 3 now.
And
that
I'm so far
pretty
off
sure.
on my numbers.
Pretty
Gotta
sure
get
it's
better.
going to be at least 3.
All right. Well, my number 8 is a Johnny Pack game that has a BGG pretend rating of 2. I don't know what the rating is. This is a bad deal. Anyways, there's a Johnny Pack game called Sweet Mess Pastry Competition, and I really think that this game hasn't had enough love, and the more I've played it, the more I really quite like it. Sweet Mess, you have 16 different plates out on the board. You have a bunch of different ingredients, which are like poker chips of different colors, whipped cream and caramel and all these different things. And every time on your turn, you have a little action selection board. You have 3 different actions you can take if you have tools to spend. Each of those action spots have 2 actions on them. So if you spend a tool, you can do both actions, which is pretty cool. But you pick an action, then you reach out there and you grab a handful of whipped cream. And anything that's in that whipped cream bowl, you get to take and put into your player board. And then you add 1 whipped cream to all of the 4 adjacent spots.
Because you made a mess.
Because you made a mess. And now there's whipped cream over here with the caramel, which is cool for him because he needs both. Those kind of things. So it's just this constant back and forth with the plates. It's really cool. It's quite light, but it's quite fun. It has these tools that do special powers. And you have this little conveyor belt. When you pick up these different recipes, you have a German chocolate cake with strawberries on top. You need certain things for that, certain ingredients to finish it. And you have this little conveyor belt, and as they move down the conveyor belt, when you complete that, or when you place them on the conveyor belt, gives you a little bonus, which is nice. And then when you complete them, of course, they're for scoring and other things. But it's a cute little game. You're picking up these chips. The conveyor belt is really cool. I mean, there's more thinkiness in this game, and maybe my 2.0 might be a little light, but there's more thinkiness in this game than you would think for as nice as it looks. It also has a thing that I will mention where you have to carry your resources or your different ingredients in different spots. And there's 4 1 spots, there's 2 2 spots, and a 4 spot. And you have to be really, because if I put a couple of chocolates in the 4 spot, I can't get anything else in there but chocolate.
Yep.
That little grid of where you need to put stuff to maintain is really what makes it, I think that's what puts it over the top for me. If it wasn't for that grid, if you just had a pile of ingredients, I don't think it would be as good. But anyways, that's my number 8, Sweet Mess Pastry Competition. Gotta give me some. And the art's really pretty, makes me hungry.
And component quality, if I remember correctly, component quality is off the chart.
Component quality is great.
I've only played this game once. It was really fun. I enjoyed it, but that's why it's not on my list. So this is not a crossover, but I do agree this is a good game. All right, my number 7 is a 1.9 on the Richter scale over on BGG. And this is a little game about creating your menu, your orders of sushi. It's called Wasabi. And this is a really neat game. And this is a game that's been around and in my collection for a very long time because it does its theme so well. Basically, you have your little menu in here and you have different orders that are secret that you're trying to fulfill. But you're also taking tiles of those different things and you're placing them out on the board and then taking them in such a way to where once you get them in the right order that they come up on your menu, then you can score that card and you're done. And I really enjoy the tile placement of it. I love the spatial organization of it, and I think there's 3 different levels of recipes / menus that you're trying to do. There's just a lot of cool stuff. There's special power cards that you can play on your turn that let you do different things. And those are wasabi is actually like extra points that you get for finishing your menu correctly to the best of its possibility. Just a lot of really fun stuff in this, and I've always enjoyed it. So it was going to make the list, but it landed on number 7, wasabi.
Nice. Well, my number 7 is a direct crossover in theme,
Sushi Go,
but not in game. And my number 7 is a 1 point naught. I'll just say that.
1 point naught.
1 point naught on the BGG rating. And this is called Sushi Roll. Now, Sushi Roll is my favorite out of the Sushi Go party, all those kind of things. Roll is my favorite, and it's not a difficult game. It's from Game Right. But it's one of the most fun because you get to roll a hand of sushi, or you reach into a bag, you roll a bunch of dice, you put them on your little conveyor belt. You can steal dice from other people, but each of those dice represents whatever nigiri or wasabi or whatever fried shrimp or whatever else. They represent all these different foods, and they all score differently. So you're going to draft one. Then the conveyor belts are going to move around. You're going to re-roll. You're going to draft one. And each of the different colored dice has different things on it. So you can spend menus and chopsticks to re-roll or to steal from other people. All of these cool things, just like in Sushi Go, but I prefer the roll version. I think it's the most fun. But
cool. Yeah, adding that tactile.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Sushi Go. I just found it boring. But adding that tactile event of rolling the dice and being able to draft, that seems like it would be more fun. I don't recall if I've ever played this before. I remember playing Sushi Go and not really enjoying it. So I may have turned my nose up to Sushi Roll. So I'd be open to trying it,
it's one of my favorites. Sure.
Yeah, that's good. My number 6 is a 1.71 on the Richter scale on BGG, and it is all about donuts, baby. This one's called Donut Shop. Really enjoy this game. It's for 25th Century Games. It's on, 1.7. And again, I think that's a little bit of a high for the complexity rating. But it's basically you're working in a restaurant or in a bakery, a donut shop, and you're trying to basically sell off different packages of donuts, and you also want to try to get some coffee orders in there and score some extra points from the coffee orders. But it has a really neat tile placement system where you are going to be placing out donuts into this grid, and for every donut that you place it next to that matches, you're going to score that many points. So and that's money that you use during the game, and whoever has the most money at the end of the game is the winner. But every once in a while, you're going to also be able to put out these different shape donut boxes that cover up a different number of donuts, whether it's 2 dozen or a dozen or whatever, and that's going to give you more money points as well. And it's just a really fun, lighthearted, cool-looking game about donuts, and I've really enjoyed it. So that's my number 6, my last one for this segment, Donut Shop.
All right. Well, my number 6 is I got to do the quotes. Is a 4.25 on BGG. 4.2 maybe. I don't know. It's 4.2. I'll just say 4.2 on BGG. Pretend. BGG Pretend. That's a new website. Anyways, this is an Uchibakoya game called Sweetlands.
Sweetlands?
The Kingdom of Delightful Confection.
Wow. Did you back that?
No.
No. Okay.
I didn't.
We played a prototype.
Chunky, awesome game. Yeah. In this game, this is a very, very heavy Euro. I'm not going to try to explain the whole thing this because it would completely wrong and it would take an hour and a half. But there is a there's a map area here where you're trying to set up your different buildings. And if you don't think this is a food-themed game, it definitely has to be a food-themed game because it has cheese tents, cream puff houses, and brownie buildings in it that go into your little village that you're building. But there is a ton of depth to this game. When you're pulling these little buildings off, they're giving you different bonuses. You have a carriage that's moving on a track. There's just a ton of depth. But I've never seen, well, I can't say that. I've seen some pretty Euros that are, but this one, the theming and the way that they made the little cream puff houses, those little wood houses, and all of the different stuff to it. It's a really cool game. It's very thinky. It's very, very interesting engine and puzzle. It's a very interesting puzzle. But anyways, that's my number 6, Sweetlands.
Yep.
And I know it's newer and it's just getting out there now.
Yeah, it is.
So
Absolutely. All right. Well, that is our bottom 5, numbers 10 through 6 of our food-themed games. What you can do right now is you can give us a like and subscribe here, and then give us a comment here as well, because that's what helps us with the algorithms. And then you can head on over to the Flipside. That's where we normally do content, and you can follow the link in the description below and check out our top 5 food-themed games right now. It's available. All you got to do is click that link and go check it out.
there you go. Tell us some food-themed games in the bottom that we missed, and you were witness to 2 crossovers, which is very, very...
There's going to be at least one on the other list.
No way.
I'm almost positive.
Oh, crud.
Almost positive.
There might be now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, you witnessed 2 very rare crossovers. That's like witnessing 2 rare birds in the same day. So
It was.
congrats.
You hit both of them with one stone. It was awesome. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Later.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.